Good evening and welcome back to Starsector. My name is Pooks and tonight we are continuing on with our Let's Play series. Now, where we left off, we had just built our first Onslaught. And what I intend to do tonight is work out my fit out for it. So we're going to strip it to start off with, get all the weapons off and whatnot. And then work out what I'm actually going to put on this bad boy to make it kind of awesome. Yeah, so the other thing I think I've got happening here is I've still got a skill point left to spend. I didn't actually end up spending it. I'm thinking of putting Best of the Best as my next one to go here. And then something like Impact Mitigation. The main thing I'm looking at here is that the plus 50% maneuverability for capital ships and cruisers on the elite version of it, right? And armor damage taken looks kind of, tasty for things. Really having that when I'm flying about in an Onslaught is probably going to be somewhat necessary. But for the time being, I'm probably not going to be flying the Onslaught myself. I'm probably going to be putting something else into it. So my thoughts are... Oh no, we're at maximum. Yeah, current level maximum. Okay. Meaning this is all I can do. So I want to keep all these things. Drop industrial planning. I think. I mean, that's money. Money I can get, right? There's multiple sources to get money. I want to keep navigation just for the burn level and the... I want transverse jump. Yeah, it's got that. All right. The sensor range is useful. That's sort of useful for smuggling and sneaking. I'm not sure that I truly need it though. So what I'm thinking is what I do is I drop my industrial planning. I drop my sensors. And that gives me 2 more points plus the one that I've got saved up. So I put on Best of the Best so we get an extra hull mod that we can put permanently into our skill set. That gives me impact mitigation as well as what? 2 more skills, I think we're talking about. See, I'm thinking Wolfpack Tactics is not necessarily what I want, and it's all ships with officers, including flagship. Yeah. Or ships with fighter bays and grants increased effects to ships with officers. I think I want to respec my... Yeah, I want to improve my carrier group. So move Wolfpack Tactics over here because I'm not really making use of it. I'm putting my officers in larger vessels now. And yeah, I might go still officer management. Support doctrine is kind of interesting because it gives me all ships without officers, gives me some really cool skills, right? Yep. All right. So we're going to start off by reassigning my skills as well. So we'll hit the button. Yeah, we'll use a story point. Okay. Reassign. So undo that. Undo that. And then we're going to undo that one, put that one in. Keep officer management. Grab both of... Requires at least 6 lower tier skills. Oh, 1, 2... Really? Oh no, really have to pump that up. Or is it just lower tier skills in general, right? If I go impact mitigation. And I've got 2 more left, right? Damage to... We did polarized armor. Or hull damage taken. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Combat endurance is sort of interesting as well. Point defense is less interesting. Damage is sort of interesting. Ballistic master. So I'm going to put a lot of ballistics on this thing if I'm going to be piling at it. What happens there? Can I do that? No. Damn it. I really want best of the best. Can I? I have to choose between it. So I can make my fleet a little bit more awesome. But if I want both of them, I have to do 6 into this skill tree, and I'm not sure if I'm willing to do that. Yeah. Decision. Alright, that gives me 2 to play with effectively though. So I've just done impact mitigation, because if I'm flying something high armor, that makes sense, right? That's all about shields and flux. Ballistic mastery would make sense if I'm going to be shooting some ballistics. I mean, making me more awesome. What do I need for missile specialization? I'd need 2 more and then I'd run out. Yeah. So I'd need to lose something else elsewhere. Not quite sure I'm willing to do that. I mean, extra missile ammo could be really cool for a lot of ships. But it's just going to affect me. That's the thing about that thing. This can affect multiple ships though, because I can build in extra hull mods. Yeah, okay. So, it's a trade up between maybe technology things, gunnery, yeah. Polarized armor is sort of interesting here. Flux dissipation. If I take out that, yeah, I need to choose one of them. So I can do bulk transport, which is no fun. Salvaging is useful. Field repairs. I mean, ultimately it's necessary, right? It's going to reduce my consumption. I'm not sure if I need that anymore though. Again, I can afford supplies now. It's not so much of a problem. Crew loss to hull damage. Fuel salvaging. Yeah. I'm thinking we go invest in some... something along the lines of either ordnance expertise, this, and then we still want hull restoration in the end. I could lose transverse jump. That's a really stupidly good ability is the problem though. So I'm going to keep it for the time being. And maybe sometime I'll work it so I no longer need navigation because I have freedom of the skies. Basically no one's going to take me on. Which makes me think that I can then go, alright, we're going to go for ballistic mastery and pump out our damage with ballistics. And then go for something along the lines of target analysis. Now, I then want elite versions of these skills. So, I'm going to go with flux capacity, elite. I want the maneuverability. Oh man, I want all of these. Let's face it. I'm going to do it. Let's do it right. Cool. And we'll confirm that. Okay, so I've got 10 story points remaining that I can spend on ships. So we're going to go to the refit screen. I've cleared this all of a ship, of all of stuff, and we'll do the same here. And it comes with built-in heavy ballistics integration, and we'll just get rid of these capacitors too. Cool. Alright, so let's build in some things. Now, the things that I want to build in here is I want to make this... Why have we got 30? Is it just because it is... You have no choice? There's something not stripped. Does this come with a point thing? It does. Oh wait, there's something there. Just gotta... Ah, there we are. We've got a couple there. Alright, cool. Got 4 points remaining now. Let's work out what we're actually going to do with this. So, let's start with our build-ins, right? Now, it would seem to me that I want first something to boost up. Well, for a start, I know that the shield on this thing is really kind of bad, right? So this shield upkeep per second is 240, and flux per damage is 0.95. I think that's not great from memory, especially with a capital ship. So what I'm going to do is do the shield stun. That's what I'm going to work on here. And then I want to think about armor sort of stuff for our weapons as well. So if I went with armored weapon mounts, it means I'm going to lose less firepower than it's getting smacked on. And then because it's going to reduce its turn rate, I think I also want to go with advanced turret gyros here. Then I'm thinking we want to do something along the lines of something to reduce flux distributor. That's going to increase our flux distribution. Basically, I'm going to be firing a lot of weapons here. So I want this to output firepower. And then it also makes sense if we're talking about firepower to go for, where is it? Integrated targeting unit, I think, is going to give us range of ballistic and energy weapons. Yep. So that'll give us some range on this bad boy. I know I'm putting a lot of mods on this, but we're going to build in some of them as well, bear in mind. The most expensives are going to be built in. Alright. So, next up, let's look at defensive options here. So what's caught my eye and what I haven't looked at is this. Reduce the time required to repair disabled weapons and engines. So if something gets disabled, then we can get it back online. And that seems to me like a really good idea. So I'm going to go with that. And I think I already put on shield. Yeah. So keeping us firing is what I'm thinking. We need to keep firing to survive in this, but we of course want to survive as well. Resistant flux conduits as well, because I'm going to be probably taking damage from EMP. I've got no shield that's going to stop it from coming through, so I need to reduce that. Plus, it's going to increase the flux dissipation rate while venting by 25%, right? So that is a decent amount here. The next thing up is I'm thinking solar shielding. So it's not so much the decrease of effect of operating in a corona, but rather the reduces energy damage taken by 20%. That is a chunk of damage. So we're going to go with that as well. Next up, we're firing, right? And so going back to offensive. something along the lines of expanded magazines, because I'm using high tier ballistic weapons. I'm pretty sure they're gonna run out, so I'm gonna go with that. So extra charges for my pew pew here. I'm pretty sure its built-in weapons utilizes that as well. Now, the next thing, and you've probably been wondering why I've ignored it, is heavy armor. 40 points. It's an expensive boy, but we're putting in shield stun, right? We're not utilizing shields, so we need as much armor as possible. And I'm also thinking reinforced bulkheads is going to be something that we want to put in, because we're quite exposed on our hull. We've got no replenishing HP, so to speak, so we need to make sure we can outlast. Now, these are two bloody expensive ones as well. The final thing I'm thinking, because this thing has a lot of missile capacity on it as well, is to go from expanded missile racks. Now, these guys are the things that I'm going to build in as well, so you'll notice that I've just picked 3 really expensive bloody things here. So that's kind of what I'm working on to say, all right, this is going to be my my mod up, if you will. We also have ballistic range fire as well. So I'm looking at it and thinking, okay, increases the range of small weapons by 200, medium weapons by 100 up to a 900 maximum. I'm not sure if that's really going to be worthwhile here. It's interesting to give me extra range, but I already kind of have that from the, I think it was the integrated targeting unit, right? So depending on hull size, an extra 60%. That's huge, really. So that's my thoughts. So just layering up the armor, giving us a good hull amount, and then building in some of these bad boys so that I don't pay the earth for them. In particular, our 3 most expensive. So hitting the build in option here, we're going to go with heavy armor. We're going to go with where are you? Reinforced bulkheads. That's another 30 there. And then finally expanded missile racks. Now this is going to cost me 3 story points, which kind of sucks, to be honest. But it's reduced down my cost a lot by doing that. So it is absolutely worth it. If this ship blows up, it's kind of going to be expensive for multiple reasons. So I really don't want it to blow up. But I'm hoping that the building in these mods will help it not blow up, right? So it's kind of a circular equation here, or a circular sort of thing, if you will. Okay, so that gives me 225 ordnance points remaining at the moment. And we want to do stuff with that. So, missile slots is what I'm going to go for first. We've got 4 up the back, which is a decent amount of missiles. The base version wants to go with Annihilator rocket pods. Its primary role is pressure. It does damage to armor, but it can put some pressure on shields as well. With 4 of them, I'm thinking this can actually do a whole heap of barrage if they're all linked up and firing. So I'm going to go with that. Link them all together. That should not be alternating. It should be linked. And then let these guys just kind of go ham on the enemy. Or I'm thinking that it's potentially going to be something that we can use as to shoot down anything incoming, right? So if we've got a Reaper torpedo coming our way, maybe we can actually use those rockets as counterfire. That's kind of what I got in my head. I don't know if that's going to work, but hey, it could, right? Okay, so rocket shields. Basically, rocket shields are the way to go. Otherwise, I'm going to be going after capital ships with these sort of things, or stations, and just use them to... We get their shields down, we go pew 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 pew, pew basically. All right. The next two things that I'm going to go for is the central medium slots here. I'm going to work on my forward firepower. And I'm going to want some anti-shield capacity, I believe. So for those, I'm going to go with hypervelocity drivers here. So they've got a really nice range, granted, but we're also increasing them by 60%. So it's got a fantastic bloody range, meaning we can take them down from a reasonable distance, therefore kind of negating our speed disadvantage that we've got in this ship, because it's going to be a chunky boy. Its top speed it's 26, right? It's going to catch nothing, absolutely nothing. Mind you, we get a speed bonus of 50 top speed when we're not actually got any, we're not generating flux, and flux is 0, but that's almost never going to happen, right, if we're shooting and doing stuff. So that's the idea, where you put in a couple of long-range anti-shield sort of things. Then we've got our front medium slots is the next ones here as well. So I'm going to go with heavy maulers here. So we've got anti-shield, we need some anti-armor. And these are the guys that are going to do it for me. Heavy mauler, heavy mauler, heavy mauler. Now, it's not the best range, if you will. So the arc is kind of out here, but it can bear on target as long as we've got a little bit of distance there. So that's what I'm thinking will be fine. And then with obviously our middle heavy mauler here has got a really good arc. So we're there, pew, pew, pew. Potentially, if something else is coming off to the side here, these guys can bear and do some shots as well. But it's, yeah, anti-armor, and it should be reasonable against hull. It's going to suck versus shields, of course, being high explosive damage. Alright, so large slots are the next ones, these guys. So on the sides, what I want is flak. In particular, I don't want bombers coming in and giving me a real bad day. So these guys give me area denial, right? So rapid fire, capital size, flak cannon is what it says in the description. So I'm going to take them up at their word and say, alright, you're my boys for cap ship operations. So I'm going to set them to auto fire. Chances are, with the amount of damage they do as well, so it's 150 times 12, they'll probably be able to take down smaller frigates and destroyers and that sort of stuff that's going to go after us as well. In the center spot as well, I could do a lot of things here, but what I'm thinking is we go for an all-rounder. In particular, I'm going to go for the Bologna cannon here. This gives us a fairly good accuracy, a fast turn rate. It's got an excellent range. In fact, its range can keep up with these guys, nearly. It's a little bit further forward. So I'm thinking that Bologna can be actually slave to that group. And it gives us a little bit of EMP damage as well, right? So it's going to do 200 EMP damage as well as the 400 damage of normal. And it's good for everything, right? It's good for shields, it's good for armor, it's good for hull. We can I want to see if I can actually link them all to this to be able to fire with these guys, but also to fire with the maulers if I'm using them, or with the thermal pulse cannons if I'm using them as well. I would love for them to all just kind of be, if I'm firing one of them, with always firing the Bologna. I'm not sure if that's possible, but it's, you know, something you just want to do. Okay, so then we've got all this, we've got actually a couple of medium ballistics at the rear for a start. And then we've also got the options for the medium slots at the back, as well as our smaller slots at the side and the front here. Now, if this is being our anti-incoming sort of thing, what I'm thinking is that perhaps I skimp on front PD a little bit. Anything sitting in front of this is going to get hammered. If I'm firing, I'm thinking that it's probably not going to be much that's actually getting through. So what I'm thinking here is that we load up our here on the sides with some kind of machine gun or something like that, like an LMG. The reason why I'm going with machine guns, this is anti-armor, bad against shields. If I'm fighting any fighters with shields, then I want something that has the ability to take down shields. So if we go LMG here, then that should give me a fairly good ability to shoot down anything coming down as well. So where are we? LMG there, then LMG here. Alright, got 2 forward here, and then we've got all these other slots. I'm thinking, again, I could put dual flak cannons on here, but I haven't filled up any capacitors or vents as well. And I want to be able to dissipate the enormous amount of flux that I'll probably be generating by shooting this thing. So that's why I'm thinking that we actually probably go for small amounts here and just keep up that light machine gun theme here. Where are we? Light machine gun. We've got 3 left. And then we can probably fill in the back slots as well with those. Yes, I could put something bigger, like flak cannons or something there, or whatever, really. Or heavy autocannons, I think, is what it wants to put on there. But again, I'm not really seeing... If we're shooting backwards, probably something's gone real wrong, right? If we're trying to shoot anything serious backwards. So yeah, that's my thoughts, is that we are designed as a forward firing vessel. So anything sneaking up behind us is probably going to be just tapping at our backs with fighters or something along those lines. Alright, I think I'm just referring off to the side here. I'm looking off to the right at the moment just to make sure that I've clicked through everything that I've planned out here. Alright. So, vents. Want to dump these up as much as possible. I think if I hold shift, there we are. Alright, I can get 50 here. That still gives me 15 ordnance points. Alright, so maybe we do go with a front facing. Or did I calculate something wrong here? On. Just gonna go through my list. We've got expanded missile racks, heavy armor, reinforced bulkheads, big things. Yep. Then we've got advanced turret gyros, armored weapon mounts. Yep. Flux distributor, extra flux distribution. Oh yeah, that's what I've missed. Okay. What I was also gonna do is chuck on this bad boy here. Insulated engine assembly. Increases the durability of my engines by 100% and the ship's hull integrity by 10%. It's also going to reduce my sensor profile, but that's not why I'm doing it. I'm mainly interested in the increase to our hull here, as well as our engines are a little bit more stable now as well, so I can't have my engines shot out behind me. Cool. Alright. We are set. That uses up all my points. I've got PD everywhere except for the front, but hey, if something's coming front on, we should probably be shooting at it with something else. So let's go to our weapon groups and see if I can actually work this out. So, all our LMG, we want our Maulers linked for a start. then the Melania is... I'm shooting off that. Can I, like, hold... Our Devastators should be linked with our PD. They're just going to be auto-firing, right? Our Hyper-Velocities should all be on the same thing here as well. Our Heavy Maulers should all be on the same thing as well. I mean, I might just bring these down to this weapon group here, just to keep my sanity and everything kind of neat. Now, the Melania, can I tell it that it's multiple? No, I can't tell it that it's multiple weapon groups. I right click there. See, that's frustrating. I'm thinking of all things, I'll put it on the hypervelocity drivers. I'm still not happy with that though. Like please, please, just let me fire these guys. I'm probably going to use these before I use these. These will, and we're also going to use these before I use these. Thermal, and we'll just confirm. How many shots do we get with thermal? Yeah, max charge 20. I don't know if that's with or without the expansions that I've put into it as well. All right, but for the time being, let's go to autofit, go to here, and actually we need to rename this. Right, so we're going to call this the Chonky. The Chonky, oh, Chinky. No, that sounds wrong. Let's call it the Chonky class. And we need to give it a name as well. We need to give it the name. So, Pook's ship. I don't know who this guy was. So, the PS. You know what? We'll call this the PS Black. And we're going to call it sister ship the PS White. We're going to have black and white. Why not? Poetic, right? Kidding. Okay, so I would like to run a simulation on this bad boy now as well. And what we're going to do is take it up against the... what do we got? Deployments. We've got 2 optional enemies, but we'll go with this guy. It's going to be me. Deploy. And we'll see how we go. Alright, so we'll go with... Yes, our Melania lined up perfectly. Look at me go. Alright, here he is. So, this thing is putting up his shields. Yep, that's fine. Slowly creeping into the range, but I should be able to. Gonna tell my orc. Auto fire. Yes. Lay down the hurt. We are taking damage though, which is not great. we're getting some fairly good hits of this. Get the heavy maulers out again. Get our Melania back out. It's going to be a close run thing. I'm not sure if this is going to work or not. Just set up the... We win! Okay, against another Melania with a fairly standard layout from the looks of things, we are gonna win in the battle of Pew Pews. A straight up fight. That works for me. Okay. Any advantage is a good advantage. So, we've got that sorted. We've got that ready to go. Just going to take it to the fleet and go to storage and store it for the time being. And then we're going to go to command here. Go to Doctrine and Blueprint. Actually, just check my money. I've got 715, right? So I should be able to build another one of those guys there. Interesting. Should be able to prioritize my fleets to actually build them. Alright, custom production is where it's at though. I'm going to set up another Onslaught here. Now I'm trying to remember the weapons that I was low on. I'm pretty sure it was the heavy molars, which I'm not seeing a whole heap of them there. Large all types. Yeah, so I'm gonna need more of them from somewhere, which is no good. Hopefully they'll be built in with the ship, but I don't think so. I think I can only build the blueprints you do. So we'll have to pick another option. Let's go back to ballistics here. So what can we do that's shields really? We can give it Hephaestus assault guns instead. Hopefully that plays out the way that I hope it will. Anyway. Okay, so we're going to wait for this to be built. So it's going to take, what, 3 months or so to build this. 4, really, because it's going to tick over on the 4th. So we're going to go find something to do for a couple of months. I'm going to head to Intel. And then we can bring together our fleet and do some pew-pew. Now, if I just go to crew and cargo, go to storage for a start. I'm going to drop off some of these things that we just took off our battleship. We have a whole heap of money that we could just make on that alpha core there. But from memory, what I think I want to do, I still can put in another stable point. I can't remember what I actually need to do this though, so I'm just going to grab a whole heap of stuff and we're going to fly into the sun and set up this stable point. That should be everything I need, I'm pretty sure. Repair the ships that I've got. We'll leave. And the sun's up from us. Right over here. Do an emergency burn. Hey. There we are. No, I can only do one apparently. Still exhibits fluctuations indicative of recent antimatter. Yep. Okay, well let us get out then because it's hot in there. Quite toasty. That's unfortunate. I was hoping that we could set up another stable point. Now I have lost some stuff, some abilities, which is no fun. I'm just gonna have to deal with that. There's no reason to carry around transplutonics as a result, or volatile. Sorry, not transplutonics. Sort this and see what I'm getting. I do want to build some more stuff. I want more money, basically. More money would be good. I could go drop off a whole heap of gamma cores. And yeah, that's what we might do. Let's drop off some cores. Now, this time it's not all about the money. I mean, often it is, but in this case it's not going to be all about the money. We're also going to go to the Persian League to drop these off instead, mainly because I want to get back on their good side a little bit. I believe at the moment they're not exactly overwhelmingly happy with me. I'm gonna find where that is. The fleet, maybe. Nope. Intel, maybe. Yeah, factions. There's some kind of faction report. Yeah, let's just factions. There we are, up the top. All right. So what's Hegemony? Actually, don't mind me. Atlantic Church are a bit suspicious. Persian League borderline neutral. Tritanium are quite welcoming, so they won't ever be a problem. So I'm going to go to the Persian League and try and butter them up a little bit. The Hegemony are basically the people who I do want to end up being unfriendly with, and we're going to conduct some raids on their planet at some point as well. To grab their special blueprints. So that'll happen just by itself once I'm utterly overwhelmingly financially secure, which I'm still not. I don't think I am anyway. So where's the best place to go to the Persian League? I just want to find where they've got Kaiseron looks good because they have a military base there. Ooh, sorry, I just tapped the mic, so sorry if that hurt anyone's ears. So that's where we're going to head. Now I don't have much in my fleet here, so I've got to avoid trouble. I'm also thinking of reversing my policy in regards to the pirates and taking them out because they seem to be raiding my fleet, my system a little bit, which is not ideal. When I thought they'd be friendly, I was hoping they'd leave my guys alone as well, but that has turned out not as well as I was hoping it would. I'll walk our way around here, and there's a nice little speed up available to us here. Just take part of it, and then I think we'll want to yoink out around here. Oh, what's that? Salvage expedition. They're fine. What are you? Matter. I don't have anything great. I've got my Doom is about all. So I do not want to really pick a fight at the moment. I was also talking about doing the storyline missions. I have not forgotten about that. It's just, too many things to do, not enough time. Alright, here we are. We'll repair our ships. We'll go to the bar, see if... What's the concern? What do you want? Oh, you want to do like a delivery to my own thing. Ah, okay, cool. Well, we've got a return journey for $100,000, so I don't see... I don't have the space right at the moment, but I'm pretty sure I can do that. Maybe I just buy a ship or something. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll buy a ship just to fill that. It'll pay for itself, I think. Just pick up a little buffalo or something. What's in the black market? Yeah, I think it's worth just going with the open market here and picking up. Yeah, we'll go with the buffalo. Doesn't seem to be any difference between any of them. We'll refit that guy so that he has under logistics, expanded cargo holds, and militarized subsystems. Put a little turret on him, but there's no point. We'll just go vents or something. All right. Repair our ships now. We'll go talk to her, and we've got the space now. So let's set the delivery contract because why not? We're going to be going there anyway. Go to the comm directory and let's try and talk to the Archon. Right. Got a general. Cool. We'll turn in these guys. We're going to improve our standing by 21 points from this. This is like great. Plus 210,000. Another chunk. $500,000, 35 points of reputation. Instantly, we're a celebrity overnight. I could go for a commission as well, but that's not what I want to do. Cool. We might go back to their fleet and just see if I can... what they've got for sale. Yeah, it's all conquests. I kind of expected it to be. There's they don't have a capital, like a battleship version. They've only got battle cruisers at the moment available to them, which is a bit sad. But I was kind of hoping by going to a place, then we might be able to just buy a capital ship right off the black market or something. A military place, that's what I was thinking. But that wasn't an option. I do like how the missions, though, are now taking me back and kind of integrating my own... it was Port Royal that we wanted to go to. Yeah, taking me... integrating my colonies and whatnot into the broader economy. Like, yeah, they've got to get stuff here, but there's problems. We've got plenty of fuel at the moment. We've got plenty of supplies because we're actually carting them. There's a buffalo there. It's chilling. But as a result of my skill rejig, I'm a lot less efficient while I'm wandering out and about now. I just got to emergency burn through that thing. I have a love-hate relationship with those slipstream currents. Sometimes they're absolutely perfect. It's like, oh my god, that's so lucky. But a lot of the time they're just kind of in the way. Alright, we've got the first lot of cost. We've got a few bits and pieces delivered too, that's nice. The other thing is I'm thinking of founding yet another colony, or my final colony, and finding something with a cryovolcanic world with no air. I try tachyon people. Oh, there's hostile dudes there. We might turn off my transponder for a start. Go to my gravity well here instead of there. Oh, was it Tortuga that I was meant to go to? Hang on. Important. Oh, it is Tortuga. Cool. Alright, I was going to the wrong place anyway. Alright, we delivered the supplies. This person likes us as a result, and we got $100,000. So, I feel like that's a good deal. I'm just going to check the colony. We've got full industries. Yeah, cool. Just wanted to double check that. And there's a surplus of supplies because we just filled that mission there as well. We could upgrade this. That would be nice. Just make it really impregnable. Path Occult Cells is not good because I'm using all these special stuff on things. What else? I could build a way station here as well. That will give me stuff and things as well. It's gonna have an accessibility bonus. The access at the moment, it's pretty high, really. The same faction imports and exports limited to 18 units. Other import and exports limited to 13 units. Market share of exports multiplied by 1.38. Alright, so if I have higher accessibility here, then I'll get higher market share, and that's probably going to make me more money, presumably. Exporting 6 Marines. Not getting any income. What do we actually export from this world? It's just food, isn't it? And commerce. Okay, well, there was something nasty over there, so I'm just going to go check out what that was with a different sort of fleet. I'm not sure I actually want to keep that guy around. Let's go take some vessels. We'll bring a carrier group as well as our champions. A couple of destroyers. Just gonna go for overkill rather than underkill, just in case. Want those wolves. And our fire supports. Alright, if we can't kill it with that, then we're probably running for the hills. So I'm gonna need some people to fill out my crew. I'm gonna need some supplies. That should do me, and we're not going far. And then fleet-wise, I'll stay in the Doom. And then, oh, actually, I can store that. Poji. And then I'll just start assigning these people so they've got something useful to do. Cool. Repair, we used a fair bit of supplies, that's fine. And let's go find out what was doing nasty things here. Pirate Raiders. Why am I over crew capacity though? I wouldn't have thought that I was. And somehow I'm also got dropped off something. Also dropped some stuff here, it seems. Maybe it's the pirates here. So we're gonna turn on our IFS codes and go join that battle. Man, these pirates are stuffed. We'll take command of the action. Let's get a fight in tonight. It's only going to be a minor fight, but it's still going to be a fight. Alright, deploy these. We'll deploy our destroyers. A couple of these. And then we'll go right. We'll go left. You'll go right. And you'll go right. Just want to make sure that they're really smacked on the head a little bit here. Alright, this is overkill. Let's deploy. As it stands, yeah, you're gonna have a bad time. That's all I can say. Let's order you guys to go take out him. You guys can go after him. You can go after him. Then I want to go fighter strikes on that guy. Can I tell you to like fighter strike as well? Get these guys like so. Just make sure everyone's got kind of a target here. Gotta bring our firepower to bear. Alright, that should do it. Nobody's going home. I'm glad I didn't bring the Onslaught. It would have been absolute overkill. Not sure if I'm going to catch up in time to actually see any of this action as well. Got this guy coming in here. He's kind of screwed. Oh, they managed to get the shepherd out. It's unfortunate. You're dead. Got this guy here. Alright, we'll tell all these guys to kill them. Or you to go after here. I think it's fluxed out. Is he? No, he's got shields up. It's just dead in the water. Oh hey, I'll get a shot off of. Yep. For long it in. Cool, we have defeated the enemy fleet. And I was thinking, yeah, we don't want any of those ships. We'll pick through the wreckage. We'll take it all and wander on from there. Nice, I think we just got some XP bonus as well. That's lovely. Repair our ships. Go back to storage. Drop these guys off. Oh, there's stockpiles. We'll buy them all. Thank you very much for the extra. Thanks to that mission that I did, I had an excess of those guys around, which is kind of nice, right? Excellent. Okay, so back to the fleet. We do not need to be trundling around with all of these guys, so we'll drop the kids back off of the pool. I don't want to risk my destroyers for the time being. Hey, that guy actually needed an outfit. Anyway, oops. And we'll take our apogee back. And yeah, how long we got? We've got a little bit of time to kill still. So let's go back here. Port, go to storage and make sure, yep, that is in storage, cool. And yeah, more time to kill. All right, let's go check out the map, see what's around here. What I was thinking, doing, I think, was looking at potential colony sites as well. So barren, rocky metallic, barren. I go to command. I think there's a way I can get or intel planets. Yep. So we don't want this current system. I would love to know the current kind of constellation though. Just go with fully surveyed and unclaimed for the time being. And we'll go with low hazard ratings. And then we want to try and get distance. So I can't multi-select. That's unfortunate. What I'm looking for here is a relatively low hazard planet that's relatively close by, that's got volatiles. And it doesn't look like the game is going to reward me. Say, here you go, man. Here's a nice thing. Low G, extreme cold. Diffuse, yeah. A little water world too. We're getting up to 9 away. There's abundant volatiles, but it is 225 hazard, which is kind of crappy, right? But a cryovolcanic is like the ideal place to make fuel. Terranocentric with widespread ruins, that's kind of interesting just for the ruins for tech mining. This will have a atmosphere though, I'm pretty sure. Habitable, yeah, see? That's a problem. Can I go with type? Let's just look at the cryos and look from there. So if I scroll down, ow, that's hurting my eyes. Bombarded. Cryovolcanics, okay. So we want to look at the lowest. Yeah, we got no low hazard cryovolcanics. We're all looking at 200s. I was kind of hoping that there would be something reasonably close by that has that, but it sucks to be us. Maybe if we look at Frozens. I don't think Frozens are going to be any better, really. Nope. Gas giants. So gas giants might be our best bet in the end. Who would have thought? Trace volatiles, vast ruins. See, that's kind of the one good thing about that. It's a bit of a an offset. You could also do tech mining on that thing. High gravity sucks though. And it's only trace volatiles too. We want abundance, I think. We've got diffuse. We've got plentiful volatiles. It's 52 light years away though, which is redunculous. Pity because it's got 150. 150 is, I think, the best I'm going to get. If we go to the current system, 175 and 200. 200 is a failing colony as well. I don't know, I could just go with the barren one here. Set up like a fuel production. Or I could take that I'm not going to get perfect fuel production maybe and go for the Terranocentric here. Because it does have common organics, adequate farmland, so we could set up mining there as well and just get a whole heap of dollars out of it. And it is a bit more accessible too. And it's protected by kind of everything else in the system. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll go for the Terranocentric. Okay, going in system. Keeping it in-house. However many other ways you can say that. Now, I'm going to need a few people to take with me, so we're just going to go grab our passenger liner here. Grab a whole heap of them. We're probably going to use up a ton of supplies, and we're probably going to use some machinery doing this as well. In fact, I'll grab all the supplies for the time being. Go back to, yeah, the open market has not replenished. Repair our ships, we'll leave. And Epsilon, it's the Terran-centric out here that we want to go to. Wander on down. Establish a colony. Right, this is our last slot before we have to use AI to do stuff. So we're going to take up 200. Yeah, we didn't need nearly as much of all this stuff. That's cool. We'll establish. We need a name too. Now we've been going with the Caribbean sort of theme here, insisting that our the whole thing is tropical when it's not. It's just a marketing ploy, right? So I think Havana. Let's go with Havana. We haven't used that yet. Cool, they're going to start building their spaceport. That's excellent. The first industry that I'm going to chuck on this place. Let me think here. Refining is really what we want to do. It is going to decrease the habitability of this though, because it's going to add pollution, and this is the one sort of thing that actually doesn't have pollution, does it? Huh. We're gonna put our fuel production elsewhere as a result. It's all right. We can afford to do that. I think I've got a free slot somewhere else. So adequate farmland. Or what do we got? Common organics and moderate air ore deposits. So no bonuses for any of this stuff. All pretty good though. So I think mining is our best bet to start us off here. So we'll go ahead with that. Go ahead and we do yeah, we need functional spaceport before we go over commerce. So if we go farming, mining, commerce, then we'll be pretty good. So we'll queue that up. We've still got $1 million, so we're going to spend it on an orbital station. We need to wait till we've got a spaceport before we can queue that up as well. Okay, cool. But we've at least got this done. And well, I'm going to switch this out to be our unassigned guy here, so that I'm not getting a penalty on governance. It's going to cost me 20k a month, which is no fun, but he should end up doing pretty good. And I no longer have the industrial planning perk as well, so I'm not the best colony manager anyway. Cool. We'll leave and head back to Tortuga. Go back here, drop off our ship, and drop off our excess crew that we just ended up with. I'm gonna just keep, say, 500 supplies. That's all I need. In fact, I really don't need that much crew. They'll eat supplies as well. That's the thing. Drop off a chunk of these guys. I might top up on fuel a little bit. Cool. Okay, so we've still got something to do. I do not like this melodic pathness. We need to destroy them. Keep saying it, but we're getting to the point where we will actually be able to do it, and I'm very excited about it. Turn off my transponder. And let's work out where I'm going to go. I don't think I've got anything that's not been explored nearby. I'm just thinking a quick... Oh, we do. We do have down here. There's a medium beacon war. I mean, So we'll do some quick exploration while we're waiting for our ship to come in. Quite literally. Don't like that fleet just chilling out at the top there. That's probably a Lud. Super excited to finally get some capital ships in play. Some pew pew happening. Okay, we're going into this system here. We'll go for the gravity well. It's unsurveyed, but I don't think there's going to be anything here. I do have an exploration frigate. That took 70 though. That was more than I was expecting. We'll go for the Baron. Oh, we'll do a ping too. Oh, there's Remnant in here with me. Sort of interesting. You usually get a warning of some kind. It's just a fragment. That gives us some details. There's nothing else really. Unidentified fragment as well. They're going to avoid me. Absolutely zero danger from them. We'll go for the medium warning beacon thing. Hero. Is that where I'm going? Yeah. So that seems like a bad idea. Go dark. Alright, there's something nasty here. We've discovered an inactive gate as well, so there might be sort of... There's a comm relay too. Might be stuff in here that's worth picking up. Got ping. Oh, yeah, there's going to be some nasties in here. They might be looking for me now as well. Yep. And they've spotted me. Go dark here. See if I can get out of range. Nope. Yep. Emergency burn away from them. Try and sustain burn. Just get out of their range. How are we going for supplies? We've got 300 left. I don't think I've got the... Oh no, it's just heavy machine to get that online actually, so we'll turn it on. Claim it and bring online, proceed. We lost 5, but that's okay. We're going to be a little bit faster now. What's this? Ram class tanker, we'll salvage it. No. Because, you know, free stuff, why not? There's something in orbit around this as well. That orbital habitat, that's fun. Do the survey first. Then head for the habitat. The location of a debris field, lucky us. But we did pick up that, which is nice. And we got some stuff out of that, I'm pretty sure too. Nearly forgot to do the double salvage there. Grab all the other stuff. What else is in the system? There's a planet down here and there's a comm relay too. Just gonna take the... Oh, no, they spotted that. Well... That sucked. Clever little guys. Go dark here, because there's lots of stuff here. There's a dormant unidentified, couple of dormant unidentified fleets here as well. So yeah, don't want to annoy those. Prometheus class is sort of interesting, but I don't think we're going to wake anything up there, because I suspect that if we try to wake up any of those ships, we might actually wake up something a bit nastier. like there's going to be some ruins around this world though, so that's nice. It's a bonus. Explore those. Really? That's what I get from the ruins? And this game hates me. Yep. Hi there, guys. So slow. And off the going dark part to try and get us in a little bit closer first. I think they're all off, thinking that I'm somewhere else at the moment. Now, that looked like... No, we still haven't got it. It might be the next month. Good distance there. Yeah, that remnant nexus. It's a wee bit concerning. Oh god. Hey there, guys. We can't while we're emergency burning. Let's try and sustain burn our way out of this. Walk on down here, and that's the alarm just telling me that I need to finish up. But I will just want to finish off the system first, so we'll finish off the system. Never fear. We'll just skim around it. Oh, what's that? What is that? On a weapons cache. I'm going to take the risk here. Already knew it. Alright. These guys have spotted me. I'm going to try and just burn my way through here because we've got a sustain on. Do the survey. And then get out of dodge. Oh no. Oh, Tritachyon are going after me? That's disappointing. I thought they were my friends. Okay, so we'll be taking on a Tritachyon expedition soon as well. It's somewhat weak. There's only one fleet. They're going to be completely outmatched. So, yeah. I'm not seeing that as being any kind of a problem. Alright, we'll just head on back to Tortuga. Then we'll call it a night. I'll just see if that second battleship is ready. Very keen for that. So keen. Oh, there's a personal bounty for... nope. Nothing that I thought it might be. I think it's this one. That particular gravity well that I want to jump into. Head to Tortuga here. See, these guys are just so close. They cover each other beautifully sometimes. Manage the colony. Drop that into storage as these. Go to the open market and sell these. Works for me, and we're low on supply too. Nah, it's not ready yet. Not ready yet. Unless it's down the bottom. No, didn't think so. Alright, so... Hang on. Kind of need to... Just wait it out. Just watch the days tick up. It's February, so it's a short month, right? Short month, and we've got 2 minutes left. And we will have our battleship completed. Really? 29th? It must be a leap year. Alright. Construction's completed and we only spent 23. That must be because if we go to storage, take. There's the other one. Tachyon and on. Funny. Alright. Brilliant. We're just going to go to autofit and go with the chunky build. And hit continue here. Now, is this... Yeah, it's putting on heavy mortars instead, which is not what we want. Drop those capacitors, guys. That's not what we want. We're going to go with... I think it's not autocannons. I know there's a large one that I've got. Maybe I didn't... Do I just not have any? Let's check that. Hang on. Blueprints, weapons, large ballistic. I think I was talking about Hephaestus. Do I just not have any of them? Oh, the medium. Ah, I need medium ballistics. My bad. I was looking at entirely the wrong thing for those. Anyway. Ah, man. Alright, medium ballistics. What's my... Maybe it is heavy mortars are the best that I can do at the moment. So... Yeah, autocannon, no. That's not what we want. That's definitely not what we want. Chain gun. So, 450 and 400... What? 500 a second versus 770 and 200 a second. Yeah. I just want to quickly compare. Go to my other dude. What's your range? 1,000. Yeah. That's no good. Alright, I'm going to have to think that through before we head out. Or send this ship heading out. Maybe what I do is switch over the hypervelocities to be anti-armor and then put anti-shield on those medium ones. Is what I'm thinking. Although they're mediums as well, aren't they? Yeah. Never mind. That's not going to work, is it? Righto. That's alright. I will think of a way. There will be a way. I just don't want to just put on heavy mortars on this. It's not sufficient. It's not enough damage to... Like, if we look at the damage per second here, it's 220 versus this, which is... Hang on, it's less. Wait. What? Really? Why did I think it was more? First size 2, yep. First size 3, refire to the leg. 110 times 2, so it's a faster firing weapon. Flux a second 120, flux a second 180. It's a higher flux. Okay, maybe I do go with this. PS, we'll call this white. One's going to have the range. This is just going to have the less range but higher damage. And it's effectively the same ordnance points as well. Why is it the same? Oh, this one gets capacitors as a trade-off. Everything else is the same. I will think this through. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope everyone has enjoyed. My name is Pooks, and I will see you in the next stream where we will go destroy some bloody bases. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. See ya.